All right. Thank you very much. I'm Rita, and voice of Gaia team. It's really, really beautiful that you keep doing this visioning and gathering artists and healers from all over the world every year. God bless you. May you have so many beautiful more events and strength to build your network and a community. So I'm calling from the Galilee, northern of Israel, and I would love to present my Flame Beings PowerPoint. And it's something I've been doing the last 3 years since the Corona ended, and also 20 years ago I started with these figures that looked like flame beings with a figure and a little bit of a drop head, and it's something that I've been connected to ever since I work also with tulips, and both in art and in my healing. And there's a connection between the shape of the tulips and the Hebrew letters, especially the Ashuri Hebrew letters. We are more the biblical lettering of the Torah, the Hebrew scroll. And the flames that come out of that, if you ever look at the Hebrew letters and the end of it, it looks a bit like a shape of a flame, even a Vesica Pisces sacred geometric form. So I would be happy to show you the images, the art pieces. Now, I do have a lot of different styles, and this is just one particular niche. From my other art pieces were tulip decors or fifth dimensional abstract oil paintings and whimsical artwork and Kabbalah prints. So this is just one aspect of it. All right, I'll share the screen, and I'll be happy to share this with you. And just setting up for a minute here. All right. Okie dokie. All right, so I'm going to start the slideshow and just explain each art piece by itself. And if you have any questions, you can ask at the end for more clarity. And it's something that I didn't plan to do. It just, these beings came and landed on my drawing paper or drafting table. So looking forward to sharing this with you. Okay. Okay, we'll display. All right, you can still see it? Great. All right, so this is the first image. These are the flame beings, and they're gathered together as family presence. And where they exist or where they come from, I actually don't know. I know that they land on my drawing pad for a reason. I do know that the power of the flame, the fire, is something that I want to be exploring more and more. The power of the elements, the water, the fire, the air, and the earth have more dimensions to them than we probably are aware of. Like the water molecules, there's a lot of more knowledge about it. And the flames have a language that we could learn also from. Here is one of my Kabbalah prints. It's called Tulip Shin. In it, you have both Aleph and Shin and 3 Yuds. Those are letters that also combine the word Ish, and Isha has another extra letter, Hey, meaning man and woman. and in the Kabbalah, they say that for a man and woman to have deep union together, they need the Yud and the Hey letters, because if you only have Aleph and Shin, the two letters of the Hebrew alphabet, then it's fire. But if you have Yud, which is a godly letter, and Hey, which is a letter of pregnancy and opening, then you have more of spirit and creation, and not just passion and fire. You have to have, connection to God when you're in a relationship, a man and a woman. So that's also partly this message, and it's also a tulip grail holding these, vibrations. This is the tulip grail, and I work a lot with tulips, and the actual format of the flower is very much like grail or a cup that is running over with overflowing abundance. It's one of the few flowers, tulips, that actually have a shape of a cup. And so here I'm using it as a holy grail consciousness. And in my book, Tulip Love, you can understand more what I'm talking about, this few layers of meaning within the flowers itself, plus also the botanical and the, history of it. In God's Name I Flame is another art piece where I used the Star of David inside the flower, and Aleph, the letter, the Hebrew letter, Aleph on top of it. And the Star of David is a symbol of protection as well. Here we have a little bit of a flame family again. This is a different medium, and it was in my last art show in Tel Aviv. It's acrylic on canvas, and it's kind of nuclear family of flame beings. Here we have more whimsical, picturesque depiction of the flame beings. The one on the left is the flying ones, flying flames. They're kind of visiting different landscapes. And then we have the floating flames who are sort of sailing around, exploring the waters. This one is a single flame being or drop, shall we say, within a flower. And this could be seen as two flame beings visiting Earth, coming down in an oval shape ship. Here you have a meeting between the flame beings within a tulip consciousness. It's almost like a funnel of drawing you into another consciousness if you just gather together and you're meditating together, acknowledging each other together. That's more or less this image that I'm trying to convey. Here we have the beloveds within a sort of flower bed floating in and out of togetherness with a colorful color pencil rendering. To the left you have the Tulip Princess, and she stands like a rock on Mother Earth with a base. She just is, and that's one of the things we can learn from the language of the tulips. They're beautiful blossoms, and they stand straight, and they're just saying, I am beauty, I am here. There's no ego, but there's an ownership of its majestic power and beauty. And it's simple also Is it red colored, petally? Is it variegated? Is it fringy kind of petals? It's like, I am this kind of a flower. And so she also is like, I'm here. She has this little flowery existence around her. To the right, you have a flower goddess within a drop. That one was created maybe 20 years ago when I studied in California. And here we have little funny, smaller flame beings. And the next slide is sort of a gateway into new seeing through a flame being above it having its friends. You go into a spiral. And I don't really plan what to do. Sometimes I just let my hand move me to see what needs to come. It's almost like they come down to visit. And I don't exactly know why they start to come to me, but I know it's a combination of the sprouting flame, the energy of also connected to petals and flowers and Hebrew letters. They're all very alive elements, sacred geometric forms. Here we can also see flame beings in more of a colder climate or another planet or in a snowy, hilly landscape. You can also see some tulip beings within the tulip beings here. And here we have a tulip grail standing strongly planted in Mother Earth with tulip beings visiting. Okay. Thank you very much, and I look forward to hear more of the other people's sharings. And I'm Rita and the team and Vic and everybody and Doug and Tor, sending you all my best, much love from Israel, and please pray for peace in the Middle East. We need all the support we can, because this is the place where all true peace will start. And if there's peace here, it will be mostly, I think, in the whole world, because of all the conflict and religions and faiths. Thank you. Blessings.